Tom. What do you think makes a good ball player?
I don't know.
You don't know?
This skinny beanpole of a young man walked over to me and said, "Hi, Mr. Kraft. I want to introduce myself. I'm Tom Brady." I said, "I know who you are. You're our 6th-round draft choice." And I always remember he looked me like a laser, eye to eye, and he said, "That's right, and I'm the best decision this organization has ever made."
In the 2000 NFL Draft, the San Francisco 49ers were one of the teams looking for a quarterback.
We knew all about Tom. Tom was from Sarah High School, right up the street here. At the Combine, when you watch Tom, you saw this tall, gangly-looking kid, looked like having ever seen a weight room. Ran a 5.2 something, one of the slowest quarterbacks in the Combine. Does he wow you throwing the ball? There were some other guys that could shoot it, and he had just an okay arm. Did his coaches at Michigan really stand on the table and say, "This is the greatest thing since Joe Montana"? No, not even close. They had to decide if it was he or Drew Henson. We even had a local combine in San Francisco where the kids from the local colleges or the local high schools can come by and have a workout. And Tom was there, and Bill was there. We were all there. And Tom, to be quite honest, did nothing that would say, "Hey, we need to draft this guy."
His 40 time and that vertical jump in 32 years of doing this, we talked about 576 quarterbacks. He was number 576.
This is the scouting report that was written before the draft. It said, poor build, very skinny and narrow, get pushed down more easily than you'd like, lacks mobility and the ability to avoid the rush, lacks a really strong arm. And it's lucky he got drafted at all with this report, right?
Yeah, it kind of all says the same thing, doesn't it? I mean, lacks, poor build, kind of skinny, it's the same thing. So basically, they're saying that I don't look like an NFL quarterback. So if they want someone that looks like an NFL quarterback, they have to go somewhere else. And I mean, do I still look like an NFL quarterback? I think I've grown into that a little bit more. But at the same time, I haven't changed that much. And
so what do you think it was that all the scouts missed?
I think they underestimated my competitiveness. I think they underestimated how much I really enjoyed playing football. When it's like your priority, when it's something that is very important in your life, when you love to play the game, I mean, that says a lot. And that says that you'll do just about anything to get where you want to go.
You've got 3 Super Bowl rings. You've been voted most valuable player in 2 of those Super Bowls. You're probably the most glamorous player in the NFL. But it hasn't always been like that, right? It hasn't always been easy.
No, I mean, it's never come easy for me. I don't think my mind allows me to rest ever or for things to come easy because I have, I think, a chip on my shoulder and some deep scars that I don't think will heal because I was always the person who was always trying to, and I know everybody has these stories of hardships, but I was always the one that no one ever picked. That was the backup quarterback on a freshman team that didn't win a game. I only played my second year because my best friend, who's the quarterback who started ahead of me, he quit playing. And then finally I get my chance my junior year to play, and we go 6-4. My senior year we go 5-5, and I'm recruited to go to Michigan. Yeah.
You were the 7th ranked quarterback there when you came in, right?
Yep.
You thought you might not play.
I thought I might not play. I thought, I didn't know if I'd continue to play football.
So here you are playing in the NFL.
Yeah.
And you keep winning. And you end up in the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Have you always been this good and nobody recognized it, or what happened?
It's not like I can point to any one thing that says this is when it happened. Or it's not like I was a bad football player in high school. I just wasn't good enough to be mentioned with the best. It wasn't like I was a bad football player in college. I just wasn't good enough to be mentioned with some of them.
There are some people around the league, sports writers, players, coaches, that think you're probably no better than the 4th or 5th best quarterback in the NFL. Where would you rank yourself?
Oh, that's the worst question in the world. That's, I mean, putting a rank on it, I don't care whether they think I'm the best or the second best or the third best. I mean, I got 3 Super Bowl rings. So that speaks, hey, you can say whatever you want, but look at these diamonds on these fingers. I mean, that speaks for itself. I mean, it just shuts a lot of people up.
Which of the rings do you like the best? What's your favorite ring?
My favorite ring. We always said, and I said always, the next one. The next one's the best.
Why are you still going?
Because I think that if you're not going, then you're dying. Because what I've learned about my body is unless I stress my body doesn't grow. Unless I stress my mind doesn't grow. Unless I stress my emotions never change or evolve. You know, unless you stress your immune system, it doesn't get stronger.
My career journey, where it started pretty bad in high school and it didn't go great in college until the end, and I got to the Patriots as the 4th quarterback, it didn't start great. I had to compete my butt off for 5 years in college. I had to compete my butt off in high school for 4 years. Those 9 years of playing prepared me to be a professional. They prepared me to go out there and give it everything I had, to be the leader, to bring people together, to work hard, to show discipline, to show determination. There was a lot of points where it probably looked like I could have given up and quit. There's a lot of points that the people around me didn't have to support me the way they did it. There's a lot of times where you looked in the mirror thinking, man, I failed on the biggest stage. You gotta find ways to dig deep, because the reality of your business and your career is overcoming adversity. And the only way to do that is to fail. And the only way to fail is to put yourself in uncomfortable situations. Because you're always in your comfort zone, you're not gonna fail. So if you fail and then you figure out a solution to the people you work with to overcome the failure, you gain a lot of self-confidence. And if you gain self-confidence, then the next opportunity you have to succeed, you got a much better opportunity to do just that. So to me, failure is amazing, because it teaches you and really forces you to look inside yourself about what you need to do better. I see so many athletes who are always blaming other people. And then there's other leaders that I see go, I gotta do a better job. I gotta communicate better. I gotta work harder. We gotta overcome more. We gotta practice harder. We gotta do more of the right things. So to me, it's always pointed back at yourself. What do I need to do better to help us be more successful? And I think there's no way I would have had the success had I not gone through all the challenges of high school sports and the challenges of college sports. I look at so many of these young athletes who are never forced to go outside of their comfort zone. What do? They're told how great they are their whole life. They have people that coddle them, that make sure that the environment that they're in, they never have to push beyond their limits. Even some of the greatest athletes in the world never have had to go outside of their comfort zone. I played with a lot of athletes, and part of my role as a leader was to make these guys feel uncomfortable. Part of even how great they were, I was always focused on making sure that they were working harder than they even thought they could work. We knew why we did well, because we just tried to do the right thing every day. If I was out there on the field and I was out there competing, I wanted to win. And just like we all do, we didn't want to, play for second place. I wanted to go out there and push myself to the limit too.
The fish just don't jump in the boat. Meaning you better go out there and do it yourself. Don't fucking wait around and wait for someone to hand deliver something. Go make it happen. The fish don't just jump in the boat. If you want to go catch them, go catch them. Throw that line in the water and go do some work. And if it doesn't work that day, do it again the next day. So, I think the procrastination, that's probably not good for any of us. I think we want to go out there and do it, go out there and make it happen.
Some days it gets tough.
It does,
Some days it gets tough.
And I think a part of it, that noble mentality is, fuck your tired body, fuck that unmotivated mind, and get out there and do it anyway. You better fight yourself, because you're not only winning when things are going your way. You got to figure out how to win when things aren't going your way. You got to figure out when your body's fighting you, when your mind's fighting you. How do you still, just say, fuck it, I'm gonna beat my mind today? Or do you just give in to your mind and say, oh, I'm tired today, I'm lazy, I don't want to do it, it's too hard, no one else is doing it, it's a weekend, it's too late, these are already off hours, oh, exactly what I want isn't happening right now. Like, okay, great. You know who that's great for? Your competition. You want that attitude to permeate the people that you're competing against. You want them to give in to their mind. You want them to say, oh, it's too hard, I can't do it. But you want to be the one that says, fuck it, I'm going to do it anyway. I know I don't feel good today, but I'm going to go out there and I'm going to prove to myself that even on days that it doesn't feel right, I push myself. The only way to gain confidence in yourself is to build something. It's not to wait for it to happen.
And you do not want to look at the person in the mirror and fail him. When you look in the mirror every day, did I give my best? Was I focused? Did I get out there and be the best that I could be for myself and for others? Because other people are counting on me. And it's not my job to do everybody's job. It's my job to do my job. And if I don't do my job, I am going to fail everybody. So to me, so much of it was making sure I was cool with the man in the mirror first. And a lot of other guys aren't motivated like that. A lot of other guys need someone to give them a little, smack on the ass. Hey, get it going. What's wrong with you? Because the job wasn't done with the punch the clock. We were there to push each other to succeed. And when you succeed, as you guys know in business, there's enough credit to go around for everybody.
You don't need to be an athlete. You don't need to be a businessman. You don't need to be, whatever you find that you love to do, just make sure you love it so that you're going to work harder. If you work harder, you're going to be good at it. If you're good at it, I'm sure you're going to find someone that's going to pay you for it.
I would encourage everyone to play football for the simple reason that it is hard. It's hard when you're young to wake up in the off season at 6 a.m. to go train and work out, knowing that all your friends are sleeping in and eating pancakes. It's hard when you're on your way to practice, weighed down with all your gear, and it's 90 degrees out and all the other kids are at the pool or at the beach, and your body is already completely exhausted from workouts in 2-a-days. It's hard to throw, catch, block, and tackle, and hit kids when they're way bigger and way more developed than you, only to go home that night bruised and battered and strained, but knowing you have to show up again the next day for just the chance to try again. But understand this, life is hard. To be successful at anything, the truth is you don't have to be special. You just have to be what most people aren't. Consistent, determined, and willing to work for it. No shortcuts. If you look at all my teammates here tonight, it would be impossible to find better examples of men who embody that work ethic, integrity, purpose, determination, and discipline that it takes to be a champion in life.
You better go down with fighting. Regardless of the score, don't quit. Keep fighting. Don't give in to what the pity party is. Go out there and play your ass off. Go for it. Whatever you want to be, go for it.